So I've shown how a time times and half a time in Daniel chapter 12 is the exact same thing being talked about in Revelation chapter 12. See the combination there, 12 and 12. Also 12,000 from 12 tribes. 12 times 12 is 144. But these are the two places in the Bible that this is talked about. And this is talking about not 3.5 years, but 3,500 years. And if you go, like I've said, from 2030, the end, 2029, 2030, okay, 2030, and you go 3,500 years back, you come to 1470 BC. 1470 BC. And wouldn't you know it, that is the year that the plagues of Egypt were poured upon them. Hello. We seen a connection there, a pattern? Okay, so that's amazing in itself, but now what I'm going to show you is what was shown to me tonight in a quick, just boom, zapped into my head when I was sitting here. And that is this, is that we all know about the 70 weeks of years that were determined upon God's people, right? So 70 weeks of years. So 70 weeks is 490 weeks, but that was actually meant in years, so 490 years. Well, check out what God did. From 1470 BC, the year that the plagues were poured out on Egypt, and Israel took off from there because they were in bondage and slavery. If you go from that year, not 70 weeks of years, which is 490 years. If you go 70 Jubilees, a Jubilee is 50 years, you get exactly 2030. 70 Jubilees from 1470 is 2030, not 70 weeks of years, 490, but 70 Jubilees. It's exactly 2030. Just like God turned the days into years in the wilderness, 40 days turned into 40 years for Israel in the wilderness, and that 40 years turned into 40 Jubilees from the cross, which was 30 AD, to the return, which is 2030 AD. This is how God works. Like I said, it's the golden spiral or the whirlwind. This is more ironclad evidence that I, as well as many others, are right on target out here for 2030. That is why they say Agenda 2030. I've made many videos about this. Also with 1470 BC, to see another pattern there, so if you add 14 plus 70, you get 84. 84 months is exactly 7 years. See, these patterns are everywhere, and God leaves these clues and mysteries for us to find on purpose, to see this, to see how big God really is, and to give us hope that we know we have assurance. Proverbs chapter 25, verse 2. It is the glory of God to conceal a thing, but it is the honor of kings to search out a matter.